at this surface, I know some of you are actually suffering from this thing. You have damp in your house and you have tiled over it thinking that is going to solve the problem, but you don't actually know that you are creating a chemical bomb inside your house. Let me show you what happens when you actually lay tiles over a rising damp wall chemically. Because your house does not have DPC or DPM, or a membrane that actually blocks or barriers water from actually traveling from the earth crust to the earth surface. After building, your house is prone to water molecules coming up through capillary showing on the surface, which is actually what is known as rising damp. Because you have rising damp in your house, a lot of us think that tiling over that surface would actually prevent it, but we don't actually understand the chemistry that happens when we see such situations. Water comes from the earth crust to the earth surface and it stays on that surface. When it stays on the surface, because there's sunlight and heat energy, evaporation happens. When evaporation happens, because that water molecules coming from the earth crust has particles of some salts in it, like sulfate, nitrate and chloride on it, crystallization is being formed on that surfaces. That is why sometimes in your house, when the water is dry, you see whitish mark on that surface. Those are precipitates of salt molecule coming out from the earth crust. Now what happens is, when you tile over that surface, you are only blocking the water from evaporating. You are not stopping the water from coming from the earth crust. So the water is still coming, and now the water is coming, but the water is not being dried up. You now have the water stored in your hollow block. So when that water stays there for a long period of time, it travels through capillary because it's not being evaporated. So it gets to a point where it travels above the place that is tiled, because the water molecules on that block is looking for a way to actually escape, which must happen naturally. But because you have used tile to cover it, just like we told you, probably using tile would actually prevent it. Meanwhile, you are creating more problems than making a headline solution. Another painter and tiler is telling you to try so that the damp will not show. But think twice now. You're not just hiding the problem, you're concentrating the problem more on that surfaces. And this concentrated moisture is more destructive. It's just like you're treating malaria and you're rubbing cream that they say is anti-malaria to treat malaria that is in your bloodstream. We all know that it will not be effective. But at Melos Painting Services, we don't just cover them. We diagnose it, we treat the source, and we finish beautifully. Because finishing without fixing is not professionalism. We do it once and we do it right.